Hey there everybody, Pop on Top here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod, we got another shotgun mod, and everybody knows shotguns are my favorite weapons. Just that one shot, one kill potential is wonderful. In close range is boom, oh, it just feels good. We have another shotgun here. This is a unique one though. This is called the Cranky shotgun, and the reason it's called the Cranky shotgun is because it's crank operated. So if we shoot the gun here, you can see a cranking mechanism. Your character physically has to crank in order to rotate the cylinder, because it's essentially like a revolving shotgun. There's four, cylinders that you rotate between with the cranking mechanism. So you get 4 shots, and then you have to reload, and you obviously get custom unique reload animations to go along with that custom crank animation, and they do work in third person as well. Excuse my third person camera, it's currently quite broken, but I will fix it. There you go. Now we can see better. You can see that cranking animation, just how big and chunky that thing is. It really is nice looking. I really do like it a lot. It's a unique design. I don't think it's a real life gun. I don't think there's any real life crank shotgun. The mod also did list this as being based off of concept art for Fallout 4. So like I don't know, like a concept artwork book or something like that. Or some kind of concept artwork that was leaked online or something, like before even the game came out. Crank shotgun. It does look very cool, but it is not extremely powerful or anything. Obviously, you're going to have to deal with that extremely slow rate of fire. The reload's not particularly quick, right? It's kind of like an improved double barrel to a certain degree, because that double barrel at the, it's an advanced receiver, gets an extreme rate of fire increase. So you can go boom, boom, and then, reload. But this one, your boom, this is as fast as it goes, right? I'm tapping the trigger. That's its maximum rate of fire, right? And we do have the advanced receiver on this one as well. We'll show this off. I do want to mention you can't craft this one at your, at the chemistry station or anything like that. This is one you have to find in the leveled list. So I found it off of a gunner. You're gonna have to find it for yourself. I know a lot of you don't like that, or some of you at least don't like that. It's a personal preference thing. I prefer to be able to craft on my modded weapons. I like to just be able to have them. I want to download a mod and I want to use the modded weapon that I downloaded, and I understand that sentiment. But, adding it to the leveled list makes a certain amount of sense, because that means enemies have it and stuff like that. But let's take a look at the weapon workbench here, see what we can do with the weapon. So obviously, all the way up to advanced receiver, there's no real reason to use any other receiver. I'm not sure about the calibrated. I guess you get a little more accuracy with the calibrated, if you really want to use a shotgun in VATS. And then you get that critical shot damage as well to use in VATS. But other than that, I think it's really all just advanced receiver, long barrel over short barrel. You get less spread, better recoil control, better range. It's just better all around. You only get the one stock option of a full stock. It's not really a full stock looking anyway. It's like a half stock, whatever. You get standard sights, glow sights, and then you get like a reflex sight here. It looks a lot like the pipe reflex sight. We'll show it off. And then you get a muzzle brake, or no muzzle. There's no suppressors here. You can't be sneaky with your cranky shotgun. That cranking noise is too loud. I'm sure you guys can hear it and stuff, but you do get some accuracy off the muzzle brake, but you lose range, and I just don't think it's really worth it. Especially because recoil control is not really going to be a thing on this particular weapon, because you have to crank it anyway. So like you see here, we got this, what the reflex sight for this particular gun is. It's like the pipe reflex sight, and obviously the whole weapon kind of design is like a pipe weapon. It looks like very makeshift, very just like we took some metal pieces and kind of screwed them together, welded them together, added a crank mechanism in there to move the thing. It looks like it could realistically work in that way, potentially. I'm not like a gun expert or anything, so don't quote me on that or anything, but it looks like it could work. It's just as a deal of, it's very makeshift. I don't like the sight though. But as you see here, even when you aim down sight, the recoil is not going to matter. The recoil kicking up doesn't make a difference, because the gun's going to pull far to the right anyway as you're operating that cranking mechanism while the gun is in your hand, right? Like, see, like, it's just, there's no real recoil control anyway, right? It's just all crank mechanism. I do like the rusted kind of look of it. It does look like a nice looking weapon. Texture quality here is quite high. Looks quite good. Holds up well, at least, anyway to me. But I would not use this reflex sight. It may make you more accurate, I guess. But it just bothers me. It's just ugly to look at, I think. Maybe that's my thing. It takes up a little, like the screws on the side take up too much screen space and stuff. I don't know. We'll leave it on there for now. We're gonna go test it out in some combat, because the mod author does list this as kind of like a low level thing, and I'm a high level character, so we'll see how the shotgun does versus high level enemies, because that's what I'm gonna run into combat, and then we'll kind of just test it out in that kind of circumstance. And I will see you guys when we get there. Alright everybody, pulling up here, Zombies Arena Arcade Mode, as I usually do, right? I just want to show off the running animation for this gun. It's nothing like fancy or crazy or anything. It's probably just like, it looks just like a hunting rifle animation almost, right? Like very similar to that. No unique kind of like put away, pull out animation. It's not like you pull the crank to pull it out or something cool like that. All the animation lies in firing the weapon and reloading the weapon, but both of those are fantastic. Really chunky and meaty animations. Now let's see if it does chunky and meaty damage when we go in here. and do our best to do that, right? So if we go to the USAF satellite station Olivia today, because why not? I just feel like it. We'll spawn in some raiders or something. I did find this weapon in this particular Zombies Arena arcade mode on a gunner, I believe, in a previous video. You guys can probably even like go track it down and find where I found the weapon. You just melee it? Well, that one got one-shotted. I mean, that's not a super high-level raider, and they had the unfortunate luck of having a melee weapon, so it wasn't like they were ever going to do that much anyway. Well, that's one shot in these raiders, though. Pretty good. With these raiders, I don't think are spawning in at a particularly high level. I mean, I can see. I got the perk, right? That's a level 4. See, like a level 4 raider, beginning game enemies, right? Just totally frying through them, right? Like one shot, one kill, dead. But that's obviously the advanced receiver, and you're not going to have the advanced receiver when your character's normally fighting level 4 enemies. I'm surprised that shot killed you through that. That's pretty impressive. Animations, though. It's really good. It really is high quality, though. It really feels nice and chunky, and I think that's a big part of what makes, you know, video games guns fun, is that you don't have to realistically actually crank that thing. You can just have the fun of the fact that it hits hard here. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to exit my Zombies Arena arcade mode. I'm going to spawn back in. It's unfortunate I have to do this because I can't start a new wave. So I can go right back to that spot. I just want to spawn in different enemies, maybe something tougher, because I didn't expect those raiders to be that low level. So maybe some super mutants. And we'll compare that, and we'll compare the damage that it does to Super Mutant, who's generally got more damage resistance as it is, as a stat, right? So it's a tougher enemy usually to fight, and we'll see how the weapon does here. So this is only a level 10 Super Mutant, which should actually be, never mind, not a problem at all. I believe it's actually might be based on the location then. That's still one-shotting the enemies, though. That didn't, though. See, like, Super Mutant's a little bit tougher than a Raider, I think, on average. But I still think it's a functionally good shotgun. I mean, it's not going to be any worse or something than, like, the double barrel necessarily. Except for that follow-up shot. When you do need those 2 shots, not in this particular instance do I need those 2 shots, though. Right? Obviously, you're going to find some enemies. You can find a Death Claw, something, I bet. It's going to put this weapon to where it's not. It's going to have to put all 4 of those shells that it's got in its cranking mode into something. We'll test it out, though. Why not? Rad Roach? I missed. No, I didn't. I don't miss. That first miss didn't happen. It was a figment of your imagination. I'm really good at aiming in video games, kids. And people. I mean, all your kids, you might be middle-aged adults like me, so, like, really? I just say kids. It's just the thing I say. So let's go spawn in the Death Claw. We'll get away a little bit away from Diamond City just in case, right? Don't want to, you know, accidentally cause the genocide of all the fucking Diamond City guards here. Where'd my grenade? There we go. I don't know why I didn't pull the grenade out. Death Claw, regular Death Claw. As you see here, yeah, a lot. That hit the belly though. You hit the belly though, and it did die. It didn't even take all 4 shots. Just 3. It's still a nice gun though. It is a nice gun. I really like it because of its quality of animations, and it doesn't necessarily fill a particular role, right? Because I think you get the double barrel shotgun as kind of being your powerhouse, hot, rapid, ready to fire, boom, boom, kill one thing, and then reload shotgun, and then you have your combat shotgun in the base game, the vanilla game, right? Where you like really spam some shots out, even go full automatic. But it is unique in its cranking mechanism. That's why it's so cool. The cranky shotgun is cranky. I mean, plus there's like the whole innuendo of that, or like like of being like the double meaning. I forget what the word for that is in English. My bad. But like, because it's angry. It's an angry shotgun because it's cranky, but it also has a crank. Ha, 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 ha. It's funny. And I like puns, and that's my thing. But this is a good gun. It's a good gun. It feels good. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Is the cranky shotgun something you want to check out for yourselves? I don't know. Maybe you guys aren't into shotguns as me, right? You guys can let me know that the cranking off. You know, you're like, I want maximum firepower all the time, full auto guns or whatever. But I really like the cranking mechanism of this gun. And it does work in third person as well. We showed that off, right? You actually get maybe even more of the feeling of weightiness in third person. Feels nice. Looks good. High texture quality here. Feels good to use. It was decently damage enough, especially to low-level enemies, like the mottos are listed as a low-level shotgun. Maybe some high-level stuff might prove somewhat of a challenge, but I mean, the high-level stuff proves anything for a challenge because Fallout 4 really likes to give high-level stuff like a ton of HP, and that's like how it makes it high-level. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Okay? I would really appreciate that because it helps the channel out and stuff. And if you want to check out the mod for yourselves, make sure to check out the top link in the description. There'll be a link there to the Bethesda 9 page and the Nexus mod page so you can download the mod for yourselves there. If you guys have enjoyed the video, like the video. Greatly appreciate that as well. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. That way you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, whatever it may be, and I will see you in the next episode.